Hi everyone, and welcome to my masterclass in regards to the business model that I use for my business. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for asking if you could have a copy of this sent out, and I hope the fact that the information that is provided is going to be of assistance for you to be able to build your own business as well. So before getting into all of the really in-depth information, let me introduce myself. So I have been a full-time carer for my eldest son for the past 25 years and for my youngest son for the past 17 years. I myself also have two disabilities as well. I grew up in New South Wales in Australia and moved down to Victoria 12 years ago because my eldest son at that time got blood clots in his lung, and we lived 13 hours away from his treating medical team. So we decided it was time to move down here because there was a chance that after having one lot of blood clots in your lungs, you're always at a risk of more forming. During my time of being a full-time carer, I've also had to work for other people. I have missed those vital important appointments. I have missed important phone calls. I have had support workers that call you at the last minute to let you know the fact that they're not going to be able to make it to a shift. So you have to contact your manager, cancel your work at the last minute, and whether you have annual leave, sick leave, carers leave, anything like that, it doesn't matter. You still have to be home because that is the important part. But if you don't have any of that kind of leave left, it means the fact that you have a day without pay. So I understand that the struggles are real when it comes to being a full-time worker and a full-time carer at the same time. In 2021, I started my own support coordination business because I realized the fact I needed to be my own boss. And because of how long I had been in the disability sector, getting into the support coordination side of things was the next step for me. In 2023, I got diagnosed with my second disability. And at that stage, I came to realize the fact that working for myself in the support coordination space was not going to help my secondary disability that I received the diagnosis of. So I had to find some other way of becoming my own boss, of being able to look after myself, do my carer's duties, the responsibilities, make sure that my family was looked after, food was on the table, rent's put on, is paid, all the bills are paid, everything like that. So in April, after a lot of investigation, I found this business model. And now it's my turn to share this business model with you. I want to say before getting involved in any further discussions about payments, income, anything like that, okay? They are not guaranteed outcomes at all, okay? They are examples of what you might be able to achieve. It is not a guarantee though. As you can see within this slide, it states, so what are we going to cover today? We're going to be looking at the 4 core pillars of the Freedom Formula. We're going to be covering partnering with the right offer. We're going to be covering how to generate leads with that right offer. We're going to be discussing mentorship and community to be able to unlock the keys to success. And we're going to be discussing the leveraging of automation to make this as efficient as possible. You've gotten a copy of this link because of discussions that we have. But on the same token, if you have clicked on this link to watch this from my Facebook page, potentially from my YouTube channel, things like that, this might also resonate with you if you are a full-time carer who works as well and you're struggling to be able to do the two of them at the same time. If you have started a small business and you are struggling to get it off the ground because you don't have understanding on how to be able to market your business out there to the community. If you have a disability of your own, like I do, I have a hearing impairment as well as a mental health disability. You might have a different form of a disability, but having that disability makes it a struggle to be able to work and maintain your job in a mainstream job. That you need to be your own boss to be able to set your own work schedule so that you can look after yourself. You could just be a person who's wanting to change from the 9-to-5 grind. And in today's digital environment, you're recognizing the fact that this is something that can be done. You're also wanting to look for time. How important is time these days? Between having to pay the bills, so you're working a lot more because the cost of living has risen like it has, you're struggling with time to be able to look after yourself, spend time with your family, spend time with the person who you are caring for, right? As well as being able to bring money in. We live in a 24-hour society, and I don't know about anyone else, but time goes very, very quickly. Getting into this sort of thing gives you back some of that time. You're also wanting to become your own boss. You're wanting to learn from the best in this field. So you're wanting to learn from people who have already invented the wheel, so you don't have to. Some of the people in this community are in the top 2% globally for this product. Also, you're not wanting to have to answer to another manager about the time that you're having off. I've been there. I've been a registered nurse. I've been a local area coordinator. I've also done support work. I know what it's like to ring your manager and let them know I'm not going to be able to make it in again today because of the fact that I've got issues with the person that I care for. I've had managers question if I was in the right job because of the amount of time that I would have to have off at times. I'm currently on a Rhonda Byrne journey. So one of the books that is recommended for you to read when you come into this online platform is a book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. I did some research and found the fact that you should actually start with The Secret. So I decided I would do that. While I read it, I came across this saying, this sentence. What do you think? I know within myself that it's true. I've started to see that sort of thing happen. What are your thoughts? So let's discuss the 4 pillars of the freedom formula. You will notice in the pictures, my dog, Top. Yes, I love having time taking him for long walks. That's one of the good parts with the 4 pillars of this formula. You get supported to prioritize your health, your wellness, everything like that for yourself, your family, and your home environment. You get support, training, and encouragement to secure your financial future for now and for generations to come. You get to have more time doing the stuff that you want to do because social media works 24/7, but just because it works 24/7 doesn't mean you have to. It's doing the work for you. That's the other good part with this is the fact that you can travel anywhere with it. As long as you have access to Wi-Fi and as long as you have access to at least your phone, you're all set. How cool is it to run a business that does that sort of stuff for you? That enables you to wake up in the morning and go, you know what? I feel like going out for a hike to this place today, and I don't have to contact my manager to take a day off to do it. I do my posts, then I can do it. I might even do some posts while I'm out there. But the rest of it's already been done. Pretty awesome when you think about it. Hillel said a really interesting saying that I apply a lot when it comes to my business that I'm building. And part of that, the first part of that, of what he said is, if not you, then who? If you're watching this and you're wanting to achieve this, you're wanting to achieve this time, the building of this business, of your own business, who else is going to do it for you? Now is the time for you to say, it's going to be me. The question, what does freedom mean to you? And while you're thinking about it, have a look at this list. While you're looking at this list, I want you to think, I want you to rate them, okay? 1 being that you really need to change a lot about it. 10 being the fact that nothing in that area really needs to change at the moment. Where would you rate them? How would you rate them? These are all areas that can be worked on from this online platform that this business model can give. While you're thinking about those ratings, have a think about this as well. And that is, where do you want to be in 12 months' time? Do you still want to be answering to someone else? Do you still want to have a manager breathing down your neck because of the fact that you took yet another day off? Whether that be for your own mental health or be because of the fact that the person that you care for needed you there. Or would you prefer to be working for yourself so you don't have that person to answer to? You've only got yourself to answer to. If you've answered that you want to be your own boss, what do you need to change right now for that to happen? This is what this is about. This is about giving you the tools to be able to make this happen. So let's discuss the difference between a leveraged income and a linear income. So your linear income is your wage or your salary that you get paid by your boss. Okay? You get paid enough to be able to pay your bills, to be able to put food on the table, to be able to pay your rent. Depending on the cost of living and where you're living depends on if you have anything left over for social functions, even if that's going to the movies or having takeout one night a week. And when it comes to your linear income, if you stop working, you don't get any money. And if you put more work into that, chances are you're not going to get any extra money either. But for the leveraged income, what you put into it, the time, the effort you put into it from the very beginning may give you exponential results in years to come. That there is a chance that if you put the time and effort into it now, that in some years down the track, you may not have to put so much work and effort into it, but still have sales coming in, still generating income, maybe even growing your income. You don't get that with a linear income. So are you earning a leveraged income or are you earning a linear one? Do you have a side hustle that you're doing to try and help you pay the bills because your linear income isn't doing it? So you're deciding to have your side hustle. What about if you had additional help to actually make your side hustle your main one? What if you could actually make that business grow to a point that you don't need that linear income anymore? How true is that? This business model works even when you're sleeping because social media doesn't stop. So the leveraged income model, what is it? It's when you partner with an established company that already exists, okay? Generally, you can go high ticket or low ticket depending. Usually you go the high ticket when you're going into the leveraged income model because the low ticket is the side hustle that doesn't really generate that much of an income. I mean, let's face it, chances are you know someone who's been in Tupperware or been in Avon or something like that, and that side hustle just doesn't pay the bills. The high ticket generally does. Once you've partnered with that company, you share their product to everyone on their behalf. You want access to systems that that do a lot of the heavy lifting for you so that you've got that time back that you need. And you will receive the commissions once your sale is made. I can hear you asking, what about if I wanted to create my own offer? What if I wanted to establish it and not partner with someone, but get something else out there? I ran my own support coordination business. By the time I closed it, it was almost 3 years old. By the time I closed it, I still wasn't making a profit. And that is the case with a lot of creating your own offer. That is the case. You have high monetary investment going into it. There might be that there's lots of other online businesses that are doing it as well, and that you have to turn around and wear a whole heap of different hats all the time, doing different things, potentially even working that 24/7. It takes time to build a product that works and converts, and it can take anywhere up to 5 years, maybe even more, before you start seeing a profit. And the thing is, you're often working alone. Whereas when you affiliate with an offer, you have lower investment costs. You end up with access to tools and resources that you can focus on to build your business. You partner with a product that a lot of people are already wanting and needing. You work collaboratively with a community of people that are already like-minded about what it is that you're wanting, that you're wanting to achieve when it comes to your business as well. And the other interesting thing is, chances are, potentially, you might start making a profit after 3 to 5 sales, not 3 to 5 years. So why do we partner with Enagic? This is the partnership that we have. Enagic offers an entire health system with these 4 key products that you see here in this slide. They help you to enhance your health, unlock your wealth, and protect the environment all combined together. Plus, you unlock with the Freedom Era Academy partnering with Enagic, you unlock a highly profitable and fair commission structure to build generational wealth opportunities for you and your family. Enagic is incredible. They celebrated their 50th year this year. It was a really big thing. Lots of people went over to Japan, where they come from. The person who founded Enagic, Mr. Oshiro, when he established Enagic, he established it with a 500-year plan to go with it. They pioneer products for health and wellness that enhance your health, that build your wealth, and they also protect the environment. The water that comes from the electrolyzer, the Kangen water machine, the K8, which is one of their key items that they have, helps to restore the body to its optimal state. That machine on its own has over 60 uses that can turn around and replace chemicals that you can use, that you use within your home. Believe me, I'm still finding things to do with it. It's amazing when you sit back and you think, I'm going to test this out. I'm going to see. It works a treat. I got told about looking at the way in which it cleans an oven. And I tell you what, I am never buying oven cleaner again. The job it did in my oven has been the best thing I have seen. The water that it produces means the fact that you don't have to turn around and buy bottled water anymore. So you're saving more plastic with that. Not only does it have the water technology, it's also got the M-Guard. The M-Guard helps out in the home environment. And this is what I was meaning by the fact that it works from the inside out and into the home environment. It allows you to will your income onto your children. So as you get further into it, as you get higher in ranks, the income that you make, you can will to your children. It is constantly growing, and it's not saturated in the market. There is lots of growth happening with it. Now is the time to come on board with it, because now is the time to ride the wave as it comes in. So why is your health the true wealth? Let's face it, if your body is not going at 100%, you don't have the energy to do the stuff that you need to do. I have been a registered nurse. I can safely tell you that the human body is over 70% water by volume. That the skin is our largest organ, and the quality of water we consume and bathe in are crucial for your health. How many times have you gone and seen the doctor about a health issue and your doctor says to you, how much water have you drunk? Or you go get a blood test done. And the phlebotomist, who is the person who takes the blood, asks you, how much water have you had? The water you get from the tap doesn't hydrate your body properly. This water does. This water is able to get further into your molecular structure in your body to help hydrate your body properly. Therefore, increasing your energy levels, therefore increasing your ability to be able to do stuff. So yes, your health is the true wealth. Because if you're not well, you don't have as much opportunity to do the stuff that you need to do. So let's have a look at the four main products when it comes to Enagic. You have the flagship ionizer, the K8, which I'm sort of standing in front of. Apologies. So the K8 produces antioxidant-rich water, and it does this by electrolyzing it. So the tap water runs over 8 titanium plates and gets electrolyzed. You can have 7 different pH, or you can create 7 different pH levels of water with this machine. And all of them have different uses. You can start off at 2.5, which is the hypochlorous acid. You can disinfect with it if you wanted to. It's also really good for hand sanitizer as well. You have 6, which is what we call the beauty water. That's the one that replaces the toner. You have 7, which is the neutral water, which is what they recommend that you take medication with. And if you have a baby, that you mix the baby formula up with 7. Then you have 8.5, 9, and 9.5, which are your alkalized water, which is the water that you use for cooking, for drinking, that sort of thing. Then you have 11.5, which is basically a degreaser and works amazingly with getting rid of stains in your clothing. I've actually been testing that one. It does. You have the Anespa. Oops. Right? The Anespa is your in-home spa, shower, bath attachment. It has 2 filters in it that have active charcoal in them. They remove all of the mineral, like all of the really bad minerals out of the water. And when you have a shower or a bath in it, your skin feels so much softer than what it does under general normal tap water. You then have the M-Guard, which I can't point there. Okay, there we go. You then have the M-Guard. So everyone knows when it comes to the likes of phones, to computers, to monitors, everything like that, you are going to get the electromagnetic radiation that comes from it. There's been lots and lots of discussion about it. The M-Guard actually targets that, right? And basically gets rid of it in like a radius from it. It's portable. So you can change it from room to room to room to room. You can even plug it into your car, which means the fact that you have that protection even from the batteries in an electric car. Then you have Ukon. Ukon is turmeric. Turmeric is a very healthy anti-inflammatory and antibacterial and antioxidant. The Ukon that is sold by Enagic is grown in the same area as Enagic, which is in the blue zone. It's watered by Enagic water. When it goes through processes in the factory, Enagic water is used with it. You can get it in capsules, you can get it in tea, you can get it in soap. And this is what I mean by the fact that it works on your body from the inside out and into the home environment. There is your inside out and home environment. So you invest in your health, as I said at the beginning of the webinar, to get the true wealth. You have a potential with this business opportunity. You have a potential to earn back your health investment in just 5 sales. So let's talk some of the potential figures, some of the strategies. What you see here on this slide, that is what's called a quad, where a person purchases the 4 products. You can see on this slide, right, your commissions that you can get from it. You have a potential after 21 sales of quads of earning $100,000. These are the commission plans. Only some of them. There are a lot more different commission plans, but these are the big ones. These are the main ones. So if you were in 6A, and what the 1A to 6A means is if you picture a pie that's segmented into 8 parts, the commission structure that we have is a patented commission structure where there are 8 parts to it. The 1A is 1 part. The 2A is 2 parts, and so on and so forth. When you get to 6A, look at how the commissions come up. And I mean, you could get to 6A however long it takes you. This is a potential of a strategy on how to get to $1 million with quad sales. Pretty good. When you look here, potentially 15 quad sales a year to get to 100,000. Potential, remember, it's not guaranteed. All results aren't guaranteed with this, but these are potentials. This is where the generational wealth comes in. You get to 6A, you get $3,000 bonus for reaching 6A. 6A2 means the fact that you have 2 6A lanes. So you might have a K8 6A lane and an Anespa 6A lane. You get that, you get a $6,000 bonus. Then you come down to the 6A2-2, which means the fact that you have 4 items in 6As. And you get that. Then when you come up here, you start getting the monthly bonuses. Remember, this is all generational wealth. This is all stuff, all wealth that you can will to your children. So you might say, oh, this sounds like a pyramid scheme. This sounds like an MLM. It's not. We're actually direct sellers. Yes, it does have that commission scheme with it, right? But your traditional MLM that you look at is the likes of Avon. Pyramid schemes, you're looking at Amway. Another MLM is you're looking at Tupperware. All of these places have all of a sudden gone bankrupt because of the fact that no one was going to them because they were all low ticket. A traditional MLM is only low ticket. And you have, no matter what, if you stopped working at it, you would have to restart at the bottom and work your way back up again. With ours, with the leveraged income model that we use, you don't get that. We don't have quotas to fill. We don't have the fact that we need to stock the stock in home to send to people who want to buy it. It actually gets shipped straight from the factory, hence why it's direct selling. This is generational wealth building because of the 500-year plan that Mr. Oshiro has. And if you start, if you get to a set point, so say you're on 4A and you have to take time off because of illness, anything like that, when you come back, you'll still be at 4A. You don't have to start from the beginning again. So how we make sales. This is the fun part, okay? We share the offer with others, either organically or through paid ads, okay? We invite people like I have with you, or if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, or if you're watching this from my Facebook page, we invite you to watch this kind of masterclass so you get a bit of an idea as to what it is we do. You then book a call with our team. And during that call is when you discuss with the team about you potentially coming into the academy, potentially buying the products, that sort of thing. You don't have to make those calls. When you become a member of the Freedom Era Academy, the sales team do the sales. You invest in your own wellness, your own health, right? By investing in the product. And you start working on getting your health better from the inside out and into the home environment. Once you have invested in your own products, you then get your distributor ID, and that distributor ID is global. It's not Australia only. You can use that distributor ID globally. Then you come into the academy, and that is where all the fun is. You can make sales 24/7 because of the fact that this is a fully automated, like this is automation at its best. So you do your postings on social media, you have your conversations, you send out your webinar, and then when the person books the call, the sales team do it. You don't have to. This is one of the things that I really loved about this model, because with my hearing impairment, and my mental health disability as well, I struggle to be able to talk on a phone. As you can see, it's taking a lot of work for me starting to do my own videos, for me to start doing lives and that sort of thing. The sales calls are calls I wouldn't be able to do because of, especially with my hearing impairment. So one of the things that I really loved about this model is the fact that the sales team do those calls. It's done 24/7. You could wake up in the morning and have your emails let you know the fact that sales have been done while you've been offline. How would you like it if you were able to take a week away from it all, but still make sales? The Freedom Era Academy is the academy, the online learning platform that you come into that assists you to be able to launch and build your business. They have digital specialist teams that help you out. When you come inside of the Freedom Era Academy, for the either the monthly or yearly price that you pay, you get unlimited access to the digital specialist team, to the custom sales pages. There are webinars that are already pre-made that you can use. There's a whole heap of self-paced courses in there. There's exclusive masterclasses. Every fortnight, there is a masterclass that you can turn around and do. But one of the ones that I've been looking at is a masterclass about how to be able to utilize more AI within my business. You get the mentorships that you get. So, as I said at the beginning, there are some people who are members of this community that are in the top 2% of this industry globally, and you're getting mentorship from them for your yearly costs that you do, or your monthly cost, depending on how you want to do it. There are lives, there are in-person events that you can attend. The 50th anniversary had a major in-person event over where Enagic comes from in Japan. It was huge. There's also success pathways that are in there on how to be able, being able to fill those skill areas that you might be missing to be able to help you make those sales, to be able to help you build your business. You get momentum masterminds. They happen once every 6 months, and it's usually an all-day event, and it's normally online. It's where you learn so much about what you can use to build your business. As I said, you get the fortnightly masterclasses, the 5 skill sets to success in business. There's also so many other courses to do. It's October 2024 for me at the moment, which means the fact that at the moment I am currently in a 90-day fast-paced training course with the Freedom Era, that if I wasn't a member of the Freedom Era and I wanted to gain access to something like this, it would cost me thousands of dollars to be a part of it. But because of the fact that I do a yearly membership to the Academy, I get it for free. It's things like that. And it's just for less than the price of a daily coffee. How would you be? How many of you work in office buildings or have worked in office buildings that are so close by that really beautiful shop that's just down the road that makes the most exquisite coffee? Instead of buying 3 coffees that day, what about if you bought 2 and put the money for the third one into this and start to get your business up and running? So what do you have to do? From here, you've watched the webinar. What you want to do is you want to book your discovery call, and you want to make that discovery call within the next 24 hours. As you're waiting for that discovery call to happen, when you book that discovery call, I get informed that you've got that discovery call happening, and we go from there. We have chats about it. Then, while in the lead up to you having that discovery call, you go through these questions. There, you go through these questions that are on this phone. Not so much questions, but segments. You read them. You watch the videos. You write on a piece of paper any questions, queries, anything like that, because that discovery call is 45 minutes when that person has to talk to you about this and what we can do. Then, after you've done your hour and a half of watching these segments and writing these questions down, and you've had your discovery call, then you get to step 3. Once you've had your discovery call, then you become your own boss. So how about it? What about if you could join a global community of like-minded change makers? It's time to create your own legacy. And as Hillel said, if not now, then when? Thank you for joining me for this webinar. It's been an amazing time for me to do this. It's my first ever one I have done on my own, and I want to thank you for your patience. I really, really hope that you've gained a lot of information from it, and I can't wait to see how you progress. So until next time, stay tuned.